Not only that, the floor of the cattle, what else you are supposed to take care of? The floor of the cattle shed needs to be sloping so as to stay dry and to facilitate cleaning. See, wherever cattle are kept, it should be comparatively on a higher plinth and sloping surface should be there so that urine etc. flows down just like that and it is dry and cleaning will also become easy. The food requirements of dairy animals are of two types. See, if the cattle is raised for milk purpose, then its food requirement is of two types. First is maintenance requirement. Means food required to support the animal to live a healthy life. Right? That is the thing which is only to survive. Second is milk producing requirement, which is the type of food required during the lactation period. See, if this kind of food is given to the cattle, more and better quality of milk will be obtained. See, feeding animals is quite costly affair, whether you know or not. But one cattle needs 15 to 20 kg of green or dry grass daily plus 4 to 5 kg of mixed cereals for nutrition and around one big bucket, that is 15 to 20 liters of water daily for drinking. I am talking this on daily basis for one cattle. Think how much food they require. So first is maintenance, that should be there in large amount, and second is milk producing requirement, which is special food for lactation period. Now what is given to them as food? Then animal feed includes, for animal it is called as feed, right? So animal feed includes, first is roughage, means fibers, that is grass and all, that is very essential for them. And second is concentrates, that is anaj and all, which is low in fiber, but it has high level of proteins and other nutrients. Comparatively, it should have high level of proteins and other nutrients. These days, so many additional supplements they come, right? So, we'll talk about that. Cattle need balanced rations containing all nutrients in proportionate amount. So, cattle needs balanced rations. Everything should be there. All nutrients are required by them in proportionate amount, just like us. Besides nutritious food material, certain feed additives containing micronutrients promote the health and milk output of dairy animals. This is something that I was talking about. So many ads they come. Additional powders they come. And they claim that if these powders are given to cattle, right, if they are added in their food, in their concentrates also, whatever flour mixture or whatever such concentrates you are giving, if you mix this powder in them, they will get more calcium and other nutrients and they will give more quality more quantity and better quality milk, right? So these additives also come in the market, and they really contain micronutrients to promote health and milk output of dairy animals. Actually, there is increase in milk output of dairy animals, and their health is also promoted by these feed additives. So this was about animal feed, that is nothing but the two types of food. First, for filling the stomach, roughage. Second, concentrates for nutrition. Now what about healthcare? As I told you, they will not be able to speak anything on their own. That is, if something happens to us, we can speak, stomach is aching, head is aching, but cattle won't be able to speak. And that is why the person who is taking care of the cattle has to be very much aware, right? That person has to be very much aware. If any kind of change is seen in the feeding habits or so, then problems can occur. So cattle suffer from number of diseases. The disease is, besides causing death and reduced milk production. See, disease will cause death of the cattle, and if the cattle won't die, milk production would become less. Quality wise also it won't be proper. So how will you distinguish healthy animal and sick animal? Then we must know healthy animal feeds regularly and has a normal posture. Simply by the look of the cattle, by the posture of the cattle, the person should be able, taking care should be able to understand. And from the food intake, right, just like a very small child, an infant, mother can make out that the child is not feeling well. In the same way, by cattle farming, the cattle farmer would be able to do so. Now, one more thing, these diseases can be caused by parasites. So the parasites of the cattle can be of two types. They may be both external parasites and internal parasites. The external parasites live on the skin and mainly cause skin diseases. These parasites, they live on skin and they cause skin diseases outside the body. The internal parasites like worms affect the stomach and intestine. Now, which are the parasites? Then internal parasites are worms. They will affect stomach and intestine. Whereas liver fluke, etc., flukes, they go inside the body and they damage the liver. Infectious diseases are also caused by bacteria and viruses. In case of cattle, these diseases are also caused by bacteria and viruses. So what can be done? First is, vaccinations are given to farm animals against many major viral and bacterial diseases. They should be given vaccinations, right? That is must for them. So we have seen everything related to cattle farming. Activity is given. You are supposed to visit a livestock farm and note the following: number of cattle and number of different breeds. How many breeds of cattle are there and what is their number? And amount of daily milk production from different breeds. Right? There is one in-text question given on page 210. Try to attempt that. We'll be discussing that in-text question and more in the next session. We have completed entire study of cattle farming given in your textbook.